The mistreatment of female K-pop idols is a major problem that's been lurking in the shadows of the business since the beginning. We're talking about cyberbullying that's designed to crush their self-esteem, constant scrutiny, and physical and emotional abuse that's downright horrifying. This mistreatment not only takes a toll on the idol's well-being, but also shines a spotlight on a much bigger issue that needs urgent fixing. In this video, we'll go into the sad history of abuse that female idols have had to endure throughout the years and throw light on the unpleasant realities they have had to deal with. We'll also explore the different types of harassment and showcase some of the more severe incidents. Ready? Then let's get right into it. The horrifying mistreatment of female idols in K-pop history is a troubling, ongoing problem that has attracted a lot of attention lately. The global appeal of K-pop has stretched across the globe since the 2010s, but here's the thing. Despite all the fame and success, there have been so many allegations of abuse within the industry, especially when it comes to female idols. The tragic story of Sully, a former member of the girl group FX, is among the most well-known cases highlighting this mistreatment. Sully endured years of constant online abuse and bullying, which ultimately had a negative impact on her mental health, tragically taking her own life in 2019 and casting a harsh light on the underbelly of the business. A second upsetting example is Mina, a former Gugudan girl group member. Mina faced cyberbullying and online harassment, similar to Sully, which ultimately led her to leave the group in 2019. These are only two examples among many others of how mistreatment of female idols has led to serious physical and mental health problems, and in some tragic cases, suicide. Several other stories, in addition to those already mentioned, have exposed the mistreatment of female stars in the K-pop industry. There are numerous other upsetting cases of female idols being abused by fans, their companies, or other people. In the K-pop industry, in addition to the cases described above, for example, the internet bullying and invasion of privacy of former Kara member Hara ended up contributing to her passing. Oh, and let's not forget about the whole pristine girl group disbandment, which sparked a bunch of debates about lousy leadership and how the members were being exploited. Another case of mistreatment focuses on Jessica Jung, a popular member of the hugely popular K-pop group Girls' Generation, who abruptly left the group in 2014. While SM Entertainment initially stated that Jessica had decided to leave because she wanted to focus on her fashion business, Jessica herself later revealed that she was forced out of the group without warning, stating that she had been juggling her fashion business and her work with Girls' Generation, and she wanted to leave the group. Then in 2015, Suzy, who was a widely acclaimed K-pop idol, endured horrible body shaming from netizens. Despite her tremendous popularity, Suzy got harsh criticism from online users who did not hold back and made rude comments about her weight, even going as far as photoshopping images to make her look larger. Suzy eventually decided to speak out about the negative impact body shaming had on her mental health. Jessica Jung being kicked out of Girls' Generation, as well as Suzy's experience with body shaming, just goes to show the prevalent challenges faced by female stars in the K-pop business, such as cyberbullying and a lack of control over one's own career. But the issues don't stop there. Back in 2012, Tiara, a prominent K-pop group, was embroiled in controversy after allegations of bullying surfaced around the youngest member, Hwayoung. It all came to light after Hwayoung abruptly left the group, confusing both fans and the industry. Although Tiara's agency, MBK Entertainment, initially denied the allegations, Hwayoung bravely spoke up, confirming that she had indeed been bullied by her fellow members, which sparked widespread discussion regarding the darker side of the K-pop industry and how artists are treated within their own companies and groups. Fast forward to 2020 when Hyunju, a member of the group April, exposed the pain she suffered at the hands of her bandmates for 2 years. She bravely revealed the physical and verbal harassment that began shortly after she joined the group and only worsened over time. Despite the fact that April's agency DSP Media denied the allegations, Hyunju chose to leave the group, which triggered further discussions about the pervasive issue of bullying in the K-pop business, highlighting the need for change and accountability. In another scary case, CLC member Sorn faced an awful situation in 2017 when she became the target of continuous stalking. This went on for months, with someone aggressively pursuing Sorn and even attempting to break into her residence. Concerned for her safety, Sorn requested help from authorities, and thankfully her stalker was arrested. But this incident really pointed out the urgent need for better security and safety for girl group members. To give a last example, in 2016, XID member Hani was sexually harassed during a fan meeting when a fan inappropriately touched her chest. Not one to stay silent, Hani immediately called out the offender, and security arrived quickly and escorted the fan out of the venue. A terrible situation that never should have happened. This incident brought to light the critical importance of creating safe environments for artists in the K-pop industry. What are the other ways female idols are mistreated? Well, female idols often work excessive workloads and get underpaid. They are usually required to keep to strict schedules, which often include tough rehearsals, performances, and promotional activities, and are often not properly paid for their work, despite their devotion and hard effort, which worsens the industry's exploitation. Often, their overall physical and mental health suffers because of this exploitation, leading to fatigue, burnout, and a lower quality of life, in addition to having an effect on their financial security. One major issue that really gets to me is the whole messed up dieting situation. These idols are often forced into following these crazy restrictive diets that are beyond unhealthy, taking a toll on their bodies, all just to live up to the impossible beauty standards that society has set. It's messed up, plain and simple. Sexual harassment is sadly another harsh reality that female idols have to deal with in the K-pop industry. Constantly facing unwanted advances and creepy comments, some former trainees have even allegedly been pressured into forced sexual situations in order to stay with the company as a trainee. Beyond being a complete violation of their personal boundaries, safety, and rights as human beings, this mistreatment also creates a toxic power dynamic where their worth and success are tied to their willingness to go along with these completely disgusting demands. Female idols can also face ostracization in some cases, where they are actively shunned or isolated by their peers or management. This kind of mistreatment is especially damaging since it adds to feelings of isolation and loneliness. The fear of rejection, as well as the continual need to conform to group dynamics, can keep these young artists in a constant state of stress and tension, impacting their overall mental health and sense of belonging within the K-pop industry. Plus, manipulation is another type of abuse that can hurt female idols, as those in positions of power may use manipulative tactics, such as gaslighting or intimidation, to not only lower their confidence and independence, but also to create an anxious and distressful environment. The psychological effects of such abuse can be severe, leaving long-term emotional scars and worsening pre-existing mental health issues in vulnerable artists. As fans, we can't downplay the impact that mistreatment like bullying and manipulation has on the mental health of female idols. Being constantly exposed to hostile environments and dealing with negative interactions takes a toll on them emotionally. Long-term mistreatment can make anybody feel isolated, anxious, and even depressed. When coupled with the pressure idols face to fit in and meet crazy expectations, it can seriously hold idols back from fully pursuing their dreams and/or living a healthy life. So why are female idols treated so badly? To break it down, multiple factors contribute to female idols' mistreatment in the K-pop industry. To begin, female idols are often objectified as things of sexual desire. The sexualization of female artists in music videos and performances opens them to objectification and harassment from fans and the media alike. This objectification contributes to a negative industry culture that overlooks their talent because of their appearance and beauty. Furthermore, female idols are often thought to be less talented than their male counterparts. This skewed image is heavily set in the K-pop industry's prevalent male-dominated structure. Female idols are usually given fewer opportunities to display their talent and are judged harsher than their male counterparts. This unfair approach not only blocks their artistic expression and progress, but also promotes a culture that undermines their abilities and minimizes their worth. The mix of objectification and gender biases create an environment in which female idols are mistreated and forced to confront not only unequal opportunities, but also more scrutiny and criticism simply due to their gender. How can we fix this situation? First things first, the K-pop industry as a whole needs to be way more proactive in shielding its female idols from harassment and abuse. This includes tougher anti-harassment and anti-bullying rules that emphasize the safety and well-being of female idols, as well as actively creating an environment in which female idols can work without fear of mistreatment. Management agencies must also take greater responsibility to protect the health and well-being of their female stars. They must go beyond mere representation to give full help and support to female idols in order to help them cope with the issues and pressures they face, including mental health support, equal opportunities and compensation, and building a culture that honors their ability and achievements. Fans, as a vital component of the K-pop community, can also play a crucial role in stopping the abuse by creating a safe and supportive environment for female idols. Plus, raising awareness about the maltreatment of female idols is also vital, as motivates other fans to become agents of change in the industry and hold both companies and fellow fans accountable for their behavior. In the end, a united effort must be made to properly tackle the mistreatment of female idols. To effect proper change, the industry, management companies, idols, and fans must all work together to create a more inclusive, respectful, and supportive atmosphere for female idols, and K-pop industry that appreciates their talents, safeguards their rights, and values their well-being. So, there you have it, the disturbing history of the mistreatment of female idols in the K-pop industry. It's a real eye-opener, isn't it? From cyberbullying to physical and emotional abuse, these talented artists have faced unimaginable challenges on their journey to stardom. But here's the thing, we can't just let this history repeat itself. We need to hold the industry accountable and demand them to implement stricter policies against harassment and bullying. It's high time K-pop companies step up and provide the needs, support, and resources these idols deserve. As fans, we have a crucial role to play. Let's commit to treating our idols with respect, both online and offline. Raising awareness is key. Share this article, engage in conversation about the mistreatment of female idols, and let's educate others about the challenges they face. Together, we can create an industry that demands a more inclusive, empowering, and safe environment for all idols. Continue this conversation in the comments below, and remember, like and subscribe for more K-pop stories.